Lost for words right now. I don't know what's worse. The fact that the
I used to ride 4D, even Corolla. I was broke with a bad chick, color cola. But she used to act up like a name Biola. So I had to cut her off, now I name older. X-Files, bad up like Kroger. You ain't even have to open, you can smell her odor. Got a bunch of niggas hoping they can mess me over. But I really been the shit and I ain't changing odor. Next style, what I brought up, I can't lie, I'm blessed, I'm older. On my side, it's less than no love. You might die, get stretched like yoga. Felt like I was destined for the pain and torture. Trying to keep my flame, but the rain gets colder. Every drop lit, help me gain composure. Life is a game, well, nigga, game over. Damn right a nigga gon' flex. 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 Down in this bitch and I'm feeling like a bicep. Take a side steps from the haters that's on my steps. Know what life is and I grind about the privates. With a vice grip while I'm steady dodging vices. On the prizes, one focus, no surprises. Where your eyes is, they ain't seeing nothing like this. Dropping science, like my name is really Isaac. Know that I'm sick, but I never need a Heimlich. Cause I never be chosen. Used to be broke, but never was broken. I came and spoken into existence. I should be quoted. This shit is golden. Was a black sheep, but I should be golden. Excuse my indulgence. I am just trying to live in the moment. Time is precious. I'ma die a legend. Y'all niggas so sweet, y'all diabetic, and you don't know shit. Need to find a lesson. That's why your life always measured a lesson. Haters always come with incredulous questions, but you can't stop a nigga tether the blessings. That's why you forever next to the section, but never in this bitch. And while I'm in this bitch. Damn right a nigga gon' flex. 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 Damn right a nigga gon' flex.
Live stream, ole, 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 live stream. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Come on, lock in with me. I mean, I might as well use it since I'm here. Like, what's good? What's good? How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? Welcome back to the Flexion Mind Network. Yes, sir. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing, bro? Y'all doing good? Everybody doing all right? Everybody doing fine? Shoot, what are we doing today, bro? Because I ain't gonna lie, the news is light. I'm gonna keep it tall. The news is light today. All right, so in terms of just finding something to watch, it might be a struggle. This Drake stan hates my channel and I love it. Damn. I don't know, man. We just can't win around here. We just can't win around here, man. What's good, Ron? What's good, Noah? What's good, Judy? What's good, Connor? How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. Yep, happy Friyay. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and watch. Sorry, let me change the title on Twitch real quick. Let's just get that out the way. Man, we really made it to 100 followers on Twitch, huh? We really did that. We really got to 100 followers on Twitch. I'm really just sitting here taking it in. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy, bro. But we really did that. Who would have thought? You feel like a proud mom. Let's just chill and relax. Ooh. I mean, I see a lot of this what's the dirt situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I need to sit here and just remind people, like, there's a reason why I say I'm a guest when it comes to this culture. Because of individuals like What's the Dirt. That's a Canadian talking crazy about good black content creators on YouTube. That's just using their brain for real. Right? That's why I constantly say I'm a guest. It's because of individuals like What's the Dirt. So I know y'all try to put me in different states. I'm just a guest, bruh. That's it. And it's 104. My fault. T.I. dropped a new album last night, Kill the King. Review that album and see what you rate it. Also, AZ Chike, the feature from Peekaboo with Kendrick Lamar, dropped a song several days ago called Packed Up. Let's grill. What's the dirt? Oh, my God. Oh, man. We should listen to that T.I. album, though. I'm not going to lie. We should. A lot of music. Love your Canadian channel. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What's good, Alex? We should review that album, but I don't know if we can do it on YouTube. I feel like that's something we got to do on Twitch. You know? When it comes to Twitch, listening to music, bro, it's a breeze. Can we just say that? Listening to music on Twitch is a breeze, but listening to music on YouTube is always problems. I always have problems with YouTube when it's listening to music live. And I'm fed up with it. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it tall. God damn, bruh. God damn, what's the dirt, bro? How are you in Canada and you just out here calling out black content creators as if you run this shit? What are you doing? You're making us look crazy. What is it with Canadians making us look crazy, even though we be following the culture? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, we out here, we picking and choosing what we like from American culture, and then you on Diss Americans. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because it makes zero sense. The hell? It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. What's good, Brian? How you feeling? This guy's a nutcase, bro. What are you doing? Like, on all honesty, what are you doing, bro? Why don't you focus on yourself and stop trying to be out here bullying other people as if it's gonna work? Because notice how every time we talk about What's the Dirt, we never hear anything about his community. Can we talk about that? Because we know he got some sort of community over there. But notice how every time we bring up What's the Dirt, we hear nothing about his community. That's actually crazy. I don't understand it. I really and truly do not understand this movement. Making the Canadian flag just look crazy. We look insane. Oh, shoot. Alex, you on a plane? Girl, I'm trying to be like you in October. What? I'm trying to get on a plane, too. But yes, safe travels, all right? What's going on in the music world? Just updating the title on Twitch. For people that don't know, I am dual streaming, so I stream on YouTube as well as on Twitch. Right now, I'm doing both at the same time. For anybody that's wondering out there, you know. Yo, I just about had it with friggin' Outlook. Let's show what's the dirt flex mob mean business. Hey y'all, I'm still alive. Tiff, you alright, girl? I know you were watching the verse yesterday. I pray you didn't drink too much. I know you were drinking something. The difference, Flex, you are black and respect American hip hop culture. What's the dirt is a racist that actually has some weird cases himself. What more can I say at this point, right? It's disappointing that we move like this, thinking that we're the authority. We are not the authority in any kind of way. How can we be the authority when we don't even have our own culture here? Can we talk about that? Internationally, we have at least 5, 6, 7 plus different cultures within Canada. You have different cultures from around the world that live here that have set up their diasporas in Canada. So they can have a little bit of India. They can have a little bit of the Caribbean. They can have a little bit of Russian culture. They have a little bit of just overall, just any culture from any continent or country is represented here in Canada, but Canada does not have their own. What are you gonna sit there and say that we got mousse and maple syrup? That's not culture. Okay, okay, that's not culture. All right, we don't got one. Sorry, that's truth. If you don't like it, too bad. That's just what it is for us. And then we're trying to act like we the authority. Boy, if you don't just sit down and just stay in your lane, it's getting a little ridiculous out here, man. Real talk. Hockey? Girl, come on. That's barely us. that's barely us. That is barely us. I know if Rebecca was in the chat, she'd be like, we do have a culture. I'm like, all right, but the point is that we haven't built something here that we can consider a foundation. We don't have that here. We don't have a foundation here. We have elements of a foundation, but you can't put it together to create a foundation. What about that? Okay, Tiff, not too much. Who's in Drake's back pocket? I don't know, a bunch of niggas. You been sick? You didn't tell nobody you been sick. Yeah, I would have known. You didn't tell me. Sounds like South Florida and every other major city in the U.S. It's just... My question is why? Hold on, let me turn my fan down. My question is why? That's the main question for me. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the purpose of doing this? Because as far as I see it, I feel like this free promo, since you want to call out Jay Nolan, since you want to call out Absa, since you want to call out Marcus at work, like, what's going on there? You know? Along with Friday Ricky Dread. He's an interesting case. Don't kill me, Ron. He's an interesting case because I can agree with you, Noah, but at the same time, I do notice elements of a Joe Budden method of content creation from him. I know I explained that before, but just to reiterate and to summarize, it's you're purposely triggering people so that they can engage with your content, and that's your strategy for success. That's what Joe Budden does. He's triggering and rage baiting constantly, but I can still agree with you, Noah, at the same time. You can put him in that because at the end of the day, regardless if you're triggering or not, it gets a little concerning with certain talking points from him. But like I said, like I walk the duality in that because I can see both sides. All right, but I do lean more towards a certain side because of like, regardless if it's antics or not, I'm looking at it, I'm hearing, and I'm listening, and I'm like, you sound like you over here. Maybe in reality you're over here, but on this camera right here, you are on this side. So that's my explanation why he's an interesting case. All right? He's scared of LA. Blunt, guts, face, Friday ain't, oh Lord. Oh my God. All right. Let's focus on the positives with Canada, shall we? With Canada, definitely have some positives. You know, we have some hidden treasures. We do have the right individuals here. But because in Toronto specifically, especially right now, with what's going on with the podcast drama, we do have quite a bit of podcast drama going on right now between a broadcaster and a podcaster. Funny enough, so. To come out here. Don't kill me. Man says shout out Kobe. And I know you're talking about Kobe O'Donnell, Celine Dion. Yeah, I know you talking about. Judy, I don't remember. Shania Twain. Man, you on that Canadian side. So I feel like we should start with Jay Nolan. Eventually, I'm going to figure out what video I'm going to react to, or I can pull a reaction that I haven't uploaded yet for today's upload. That's definitely possible. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on live. I do got to run to the bank before the bank close. I think they close at 8 today. I'll probably get off around like 7:45 or 7:30, depending on what we're watching. But I'm pretty comfortable. If I don't have a video to react to today, I still have something I can upload for today. So that's cool. Just so we can stay on the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? But let's start with Jay Nolan. Let's definitely start with Jay Nolan. I just want to get through this mess real quick because this is ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's putting a bad rep on Canada.
It's Nolan.
Because before
we get started, make sure y'all hitting that.
Mind you, you got to keep in mind, even though everybody here, whether if you're in the live, if you're in the comments or you're a subscriber overall, we do have a lot of subscribers over here at the Flex Mind Network. That's something I'm very appreciative of. But I'm not speaking in the sense of, oh, I need more. I'm speaking in the sense of there's still a lot of people out there that don't know that there are individuals in Canada that are speaking up. Right? A lot of people out there don't know that. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of of individuals out there that does not know about this channel. But I am a part of the hip hop space. Right? So we just got to keep moving forward and try to figure out how we can reach them in a sense. Because it would help Canada a lot. It would help Toronto a lot if my name gets out there more. Because I can show what's really good and I can kind of like educate people as to why we think like this. Because I'm pretty sure I explained it pretty well as to why we think like this. So, shoot, that's what I'm saying. Just got to stay on the algorithm and keep going, you know? Has to bring his resume back out. Oh, man. All right. So, we're going to check out this Jay Nolan video. All right. Now, I know you play music in the beginning, and we appreciate your music content, but as of right now, we got to lock in on this situation right here. Man said flex from mayor. What's good, cousin B? I mean, champ. What's good, champ? How you feeling? Huh? You all right? All right, you got a lot of titles under your name, champ. And the one and only Scratch Bastion. Oh my goodness. Quickie, what's good? Real quick, Ron, Scratch Bastion. Oh my God. Now, I remember I did attend a Scratch Bastion event a couple years ago in Toronto under the Gardener. Always under the Gardener. It's a vibe. It wasn't the year that the Alchemist was there. I think it was the year before. I'm not gonna lie, Scratch Bastion, that event had a dance battle. If I'm gonna be super honest with you guys, that was the one dance battle I was in that I was the most nervous. Like, I was the most nervous because the whole concept and the formation of the battle was nothing I have experienced ever. But if they do run it back, I want to jump in again. I'm not gonna lie, because now that I have like a little bit more battle experience, through dance battles, I think I can do something. I'm not saying I'm gonna win, but I can definitely make the room shake. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when I did, here's the thing. Let me explain the concept to the dance battle real quick before we get into the actual like video right here. So you're given a square. It's not cardboard, but you're given a square with like colorful tiling, right? So the dance floor is like, it's decent size. It's big enough for one person. Let me just say that again. The dance floor is big enough for one person, maybe two people. Reason being is that the formation of the dance battle is you're going to have 3 judges, right? And they're going to stand off to the edge of the battle arena. This is the part that made me mad nervous. Nobody has a number. There's no order for any of the dancers. The DJ is just going to play music, and whoever wants to jump in and dance, jumps in and dance. The biggest thing is that in this battle, there was teachers. There was teachers in this battle. So there's individuals that teach other people in the battle. I'm standing there, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have joined this. But if honestly though, if you join, you do get into Scratch Bastion's barbecue event for free. So that's the blessing. But yeah, yo, I'm standing beside somebody that taught me popping, and I'm like, I'm supposed to battle you? Me? Am I supposed to battle you? Hell no, I'm good. Breakdancing cardboard, nah. So it's like, it wasn't cardboard. It wasn't cardboard, like I said before. It's like, it's kind of like a smooth tile surface that people are able to dance on. It's something that you can roll up, basically. It's like a roll up kind of like, I'd say maybe like a mat. It's like a roll up kind of mat surface that you put out on the ground. Sweep it up of course, but like, that's the battle arena. It's just something quick that you can walk around with. But yeah, that was the one battle where I was mad nervous. Aside from my very first battle, that was the one battle where I'm like, I don't even know if I should be here. But I still jumped in, and like, I did have people like, but bro, there was people jumping in like 5-6 times. You have dudes jumping in like 8 times. I only jumped in once. I'm like, you know what? I did what I needed to do. I had to get up out of there, bro. I had to get up out of there, bro. Real talk. But yeah, Scratch Bastion, bro. If they're doing that again, I want to join. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get to this video, bro.
Your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this afternoon. This was not a planned video. I did not know that we were gonna have this on the docket, but since we here, let's make the most of it. All right. So y'all know there's been this discourse in the hip hop media space, hip hop commentary space over the course of the last couple of years about this guy, What's the Dirt? Okay. We've spoken about him a few times on the channel.
You going?
The first time I spoke about him,
Okay.
it was about the 616 in LA diss from Kendrick to Drake. And there were a lot of different things that he put into that video. And that's pretty much one of the videos that kind of really thrust him into the conversation about hip hop. Now, of course, there were other videos. I think there was the J. Cole Kendrick video where he tried to like decode any type of lyrics that he felt could have been perceived shots between them two. And I believe that there was a Drake and Kendrick video prior to that
What's the nose?
that kind of dug into it as well.
Charles went crazy on him.
But ever since 616 in LA, you know, it's been pretty much
Which video y'all want? You want Jay Nolan or y'all want Charles Brown? Greeting. We got Raina Rave in the chat. What's good, Raina? How you feeling? But for real, what y'all want Jay Nolan or y'all want Charles Brown? Let me know. They both cooked them. I mean, we can watch both. Like, we can watch. That everybody's saying Charles. We can watch both. We can watch Jay Nolan and we can watch Charles. I'm gonna do both. He pulled receipts. All right, let's run it.
It's been highly suspected that dude
that Nike hat is tough.
has been compromised. His coverage has changed. He basically is
Charles
now
is better at roasting.
Drake's like YouTube and Twitter marketing. One of his marketing guys now. He's already revealed that him and Drake have some sort of speaking relationship, and Drake's team. He's already said that Drake and his team have personally
Got that
lifted
Happy Dad
copyrights for
contract.
him. They told him, you know, about the Iceman episode 3 and all of these different things that they were supposed to expect, which turned out to be a 52 fake out, which also put his credibility in question. But now he finds himself trying to take aim at I guess what you would call Kendrick channels. I don't know how I fall into the Kendrick channel.
As long as I'm not on that list. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm not on that list, okay?
Category.
That's
I cover
it.
so much
I be
other
sitting
stuff
there like,
other than
what do you mean
Kendrick
fuck
and
me
or
for?
Drake. I've been making it a point to do that. And honestly, my channel was never built on that. You could go back years into my content. Beef was not what I even got into this shit for. I never cared to choose between Kendrick or Drake until the battle
I'm on
kind
Sean's
of put
list.
everybody on a pick a side type of thing. And even then,
Sean,
although
take me off
Kendrick
that list, gang. You
is
don't
my
want this
favorite
smoke.
of the two and one of my favorites of all time, I don't think that Kendrick is without blemish. I don't think that there is, you know, you can't have
So you
critiques
can roast
about his music or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Ay.
But nonetheless, my name comes up in a lot of these conversations, and I know it's because I cover Drake stories that don't always seem to be favorable for Drake, but Drake creates a lot of this stuff. Drake and his team create a lot of this stuff. They create narratives. His fans create narratives. Things go viral, and we react to the viral stories. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of reacting to viral stories, you can never say that Jay Nolan's channel is 100% or even primarily comprised of Drake content or Kendrick content, because in the meantime, I don't take no breaks. I'm on this motherfucker every day dropping, whether it be about new music, whether it be about whatever's going on in hip hop news and entertainment. But somehow I got thrown into it, right? So as he was, I guess he put up this video
Noah.
on Twitter, and
If you
he was
cooking, you
saying that these
cooking.
Kendrick channels are toxic and leaning on the word culture. which I find to be very
Wait,
interesting that you would even throw.
that's
the word
what he's
culture.
talking about?
Culture channel up this video on Twitter, and he was saying that these Kendrick channels are toxic and leaning on the word culture, which I find to be very interesting that you would even throw the word culture in the mix, being that you're not of or in the culture, you just are a spectator. But we'll get to why
You're not of, in, or have a culture. But you want to talk about how they lean on it as if you understand what this is? What? Why? That's my why. You ain't got no content, bro. That's my question.
that's important shortly. Okay. So at 7:18 p.m. last night,
Oh man.
he puts this video and status up saying, bunch of frauds hiding behind the word culture, spewing hate and negativity for a living. As you can see, the first clip here has Charles Brown. Shout out to Charles Brown. I don't know him personally. We've never had a conversation before, but he seems to be a solid dude. He's a supporter. And he puts in work on his own. So let me go ahead and play this. And he starts there and he goes through some other content creators that you'll most likely recognize.
The thing that gets me about like these sorts of channels, like these Drake hate channels, is like a lot of these guys have really tried to position themselves as being the voice of the culture, like being the real. We are the ones who are representing the culture in the right way. We are the gatekeepers. We are the authentic version of the culture. But when you look at their channels, they're not doing anything positive for the culture. They're literally some of the most toxic people in the space. Like this channel, for example, constantly calls out academics.
Big
Like he's
Zo?
basically doing the same thing himself. There's a bunch of these channels that live for negative articles or news about Drake. Here's another one, another cultural crusader, right? Drake is selling OVO because he's broke. Drake hates women. Drake doesn't want respect. He wants to be desired. Do you guys feel like this is benefiting hip hop culture? Do you think this is making a change? Do you think this is positive? Do you think this is moving the genre forward? Do you think this is helping? Then there's people like Glasses Malone, who's covering a lawsuit against Drake's OVO clothing company. Absolutely nothing to do with hip hop music or pushing the culture forward. In fact, you think a lot of these guys, if they did care that much about the culture, that they would kind of look in the mirror and say, damn, maybe we're doing more harm than good. Maybe waking up every day and spreading hate against one man isn't actually doing anything for hip hop. Maybe, just maybe, we're part of the problem. And look, I'm just speaking facts. In many ways, these types of channels are even
Bro,
worse
you even
for
gonna
hip hop.
get
Because
hey, you gonna get at the Canadian fantastic hip hop? Bro, dude is on your own soil. Fantastic hip hop is Canadian. What are we doing?
because they only focus on hating one man. Zero passion or care goes
crazy
into this
shit.
content. Like, in reality, the biggest haters and the most toxic YouTube channels on the entire internet are pro-Kendrick channels. They're some of the most toxic people in the space. They're some of the worst people in the space, and that's just a fact. And this is how I know a lot of these people don't really care about
Wow.
the culture like that, because if they did, they would recognize what they're doing isn't doing anything beneficial. In fact, they're making it worse. Day by day, video by video, they're contributing to the negativity. They're contributing to the hate. They're quite literally some of the most negative voices and toxic people in the space, bar none. What I'm saying is common sense, right? Like, if you really care about the culture as much as you say you do, then you wouldn't be running a drama channel. You wouldn't be contributing to the toxicity in hip-hop. You wouldn't be spreading hate. You wouldn't be spreading negativity. That is 99% of these guys' channels. So no, none of these people are for the culture. I've said it for a long time. These people are for their bank accounts. They use the word culture because it's a great way to pull people in, but at the end of the day, none of these guys are for the culture, bro.
All right, so we saw him scroll through a bunch of different pages. You see that he his main search was OVO Drake lawsuit, which I find to be very interesting. That there's no way you could be for hip hop and be advocating for the Drake OVO lawsuit when it's around a diss record. You just in a battle that he goaded and wanted to be a part of, an active participant, and slung around disparaging language and false allegations and fucked up things as well. There's no way that you can advocate for that or whoever did that and try to dictate what is and isn't good for the culture. Again, culture, a word that you shouldn't be using at all because you come tiptoeing your way into ours. This ain't your culture. You weren't born into it. You have no rite of passage to it. You have no right to it, period. You're lucky that this shit is open source on the internet for you to even be involved in this shit. Okay?
What part of the game is this? What part of the game is this? We haven't forgotten about your history. Okay, Mr. 37 niggas. We can't forget that. Bro, the same way how you trying to say they're pushing negativity, you still push negativity to this day. To this day. Thankfully, my tactics are different. Thankfully. So I should not ever be on lists like that. Because I'm simply exploring topics. Is what I'm doing. It's not my fault it's going downhill. But, bro, you have no authority in this conversation. Why are you trying to put your name above names that you're below? You're never going to surpass a Charles. You're never going to surpass an Absa. You're never going to surpass a Big Zoe. Because their content is S tier. You trying to say they push negativity. You the one pushing negativity back at the same time. You're going against the whole grain. What I don't understand is that why are you trying to force yourself into the culture as if you're supposed to be here? You supposed to be on the bleachers. That's where you supposed to be. You can't do that because it never works. History shows people that try to force themselves into culture only get beat up by the culture, metaphorically. All right, let's make sure we say that metaphorically to make it clear. No, we don't need no physicality to let them know how wrong you are. None of that needs to happen. You need to sit there and understand that you're the one that's trying to get paid. When it comes to Aubrey Graham, that is the one artist that's constantly in the news to the point where you cannot ignore it no more. So to anybody out there that doesn't understand why a lot of content creators be talking about Aubrey Graham, is because his name is constantly in the news. Here's the magical part. When it comes to Kendrick, to this day, he's not in the news like that unless it's for achievements. Notice how we celebrate one and the other is going through it. It's not my fault he's going through it. Those are poor business choices coming back to haunt him. Everybody want to talk about B's on the table. Everybody want to talk about S-tier business. Everyone want to talk about he has the greatest marketing plan set up. But when you go through the news and you're reading the official articles, mind you, because we're not going around talking about anything from fake articles and we're not talking out of our asses. When you go through said news, it's straight downhill. The only reason why you're here is that you're trying to spin it to go uphill. You're the one taking the negativity and pushing it. It's not our fault that's what it's doing. Everybody that is researching, reacting to the content is simply just going through the content. The negativity comes from the haters. The negativity comes from people that just want to hate for the sake of hating. That's how I see your channel. From the rip, from the get-go, you had blessings upon blessings. When you talked about the battle, when you talked about Kendrick's bars, Mr. What's the Dirt. But as soon as you want to talk about family matters and you start counting niggas, because you couldn't find anything. Now look at you. And then what do you do after count niggas? You laugh at niggas, trying to compare him to other niggas. What are we talking about? What are you doing? Your skin is white. You a spectator. The same way how I'm a spectator because I'm in this country and I'm not in their country. That's what I don't get. That's what I don't understand. Why do you continue to push negativity on people when in reality, hurt people hurt people? That's what I don't get. That's what I don't understand. What, you're going to come over here and say that I'm hating too? Because I promise you, everybody in the chat going to let you know it's wrong. Like, it's wrong. The amount of times I big up my city. The amount of times I talk about how much I care about my city. How I want people to grow from my city. To flourish from my city. You want to come over here and try that? Because I promise you it's not going to work. But I need to let you know for real, what you're doing is wrong. It's wrong. It's not helping nobody. The only person that's helping in this situation is yourself. And you're trying to sit there and say they're the ones helping themselves, even though it's not our fault the news goes that way. That's what the news is. And then when we look at Kendrick's news, look how he's building, and then look how the other is crumbling. It's not my fault it goes like that. Make better choices. That's what I constantly say about Aubrey. Constantly make better choices. Because that's the only thing that's going to save you right now. So what's the dirt? You got to make better choices too. Because you the one out here making Canadians look absolutely insane. I was actually watching Apsa's video yesterday. She had a 1 hour live. I was literally like sitting back in my chair chilling, listening to the live. This girl, yo, the things I've heard her say about, oh, he's such a plain bagel Canadian type. Oh, like Canadian. I'm just like, damn. I mean, I'm Canadian too, but like, shit. I just don't get it. I don't understand. That is crazy. Not Tiff, he's not going to come over here because it's not going to work. I promise you it's not going to work.
Hey, we're going to start there, but we're going to get a little further into the conversation. So you started on Charles Brown. You know what I'm saying? You made your way to Big Zoe. You made your way to Apsa. I don't know how much time you spent on Apsa's channel. She does a lot of legal breakdowns and stuff like that and speaks a lot of things from the legal
Apsa's the one you should not be playing with.
Standpoint, and then gives you the cultural ramifications that come with it. Definitely not a Drake hate channel by any means. Not to say anyone else mentioned is either. You made your way to Glasses Malone's channel, and I know that he speaks about Drake a lot. Makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And I do believe, you know, Glasses has more perspective to offer than talking about Drake as frequently. But one thing you can't take away from Glasses Malone is the fact that he was an artist himself. He had a record deal. Mm-hmm. He's put music out. He continues to put music out. He comes from a culture that you and motherfucking Drake have no business speaking on. Okay? There's a culture that Glasses Malone comes from that damn near every nigga in hip hop.
Bro, I feel like I need to do like damage control or something. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I need to do some sort of damage control. Cause I need people to know, like, yo, Canada really don't move like that, bruh. Yo, we might have to have a consumer group chat episode. Like, I've been meaning to put one together because I wanted to talk about the Project 3 marketing move. But we might have to add what's the dirt as a topic in there as well. I'm not gonna lie. In
is
fact,
out
let me
here
type that out real
cosplaying
quick.
and wishing they could be a part of and using elements of to try to put validity and credibility behind their name and doing everything that they can to be a part of it, whether that be trying to get in by association, trying to pay tithes into the community, you know what I'm saying, or just getting straight up extorted when they go into that motherfucking city. So you can't say what Glasses Malone can offer about the culture, period.
Glasses was
Right?
around, was around Drake. Facts.
But where you really
What's
fucked
good,
up
Josh?
is when you put my channel up. When you came and scrolled your ass down on these parts. When you made your way down to the A thinking
Don't kill me,
everything
Ron,
was
but that's
okay.
true.
You understand what I'm saying? Because ain't no fucking way you can make your ass come to my channel and think that I'm 100% focused on Drake. I'm trying to get out of the Drake algorithm, nigga. Are you crazy? And a lot of the shit that be going on, I be turning a blind eye. For every 5 Drake stories, I might cover 2.
That's a good point too.
Now, as this is the man that you running behind, you're doing PR, you're doing crisis management
That's a
on
good
your
idea,
own
Noah.
on this nigga behalf. Why, I don't know. But one thing that I could give him that you don't even have is that he actually participated within the culture. Whether it was him getting his ass slapped by Diddy, whether it was his ass getting pissed on by T.I. Homeboy,
Oh, shit.
whether it was him battling with Meek Mill, Pusha T, Kendrick, Kanye, and the list goes on of other niggas who got dissed or sneak dissed along the way. At least he brought his ass outside. At least he got up in the mix. For you, we can't even give you that, nigga. You report from Canada. You don't
You
even
see
come
what I'm
around these
saying,
parts.
bro? This man making us look crazy. He's making us look crazy.
Got up in the mix. For you, we can't even give you that, nigga. You report from Canada. You don't even come around these parts. You ain't even made your way around here to do shit, boy.
Damn.
You is a nobody in real life and online, but you do have a following on that YouTube channel. Speaking of, let's get to the YouTube channel since you want to talk about spewing negativity and hate for a living. Let's get into your bag of what you cover. We've done this before, but I guess you need a refresher on your own shit. My boy, without so-called negativity and hate, you don't exist. Are you fucking shitting me? Tupac versus Mobb Deep. Every diss explained from Kanye West Vulture's album. Kendrick Lamar versus J. Cole. Drake Push-Ups diss. Drake Tailor-Made diss. Chris Brown versus Quavo. Kendrick Euphoria diss. Drake Family Matters diss. Drake versus J. Cole beef. How to Strangle a Goat. Joey Badass versus Kendrick Lamar. Drake Give Me a Hug diss. You got one outlier in this motherfucker, Meek Mill's Proud of Me verse. I'm sure you was proud of you too when you did that and stepped out the motherfucking box. Then you went right back to Kanye West versus Kendrick Lamar. Lil Wayne sneak disses Kendrick Lamar on the Carter 6. Drake's comeback album will break the internet. So from here forward, you've
It
become
really didn't, though.
Drake's excrement, okay? So you got Drake's comeback album will break the internet. So this is the Iceman era. Drake's entire Iceman EP rollout explained, which is also filled with negativity and hate and disses and sneak disses and imagery alluding to the same. The real reason why T-Pain hates Drake, when rap beef ended in violence, no less. Drake's entire Iceman episode 2 explained is crazy with Kendrick Lamar plastered in the back. How UMG cooked the battle between Drake and Kendrick. Drake's entire episode, Iceman, actually explained episode 3, the one where you had egg on your motherfucking face because they fed you bad info. Psychotic woman tries to end Metro Boomin's career. Every rumor that Young Thug clears up on Huey Scotty. Every time Nicki Minaj exposed Cardi B's industry.
We can end it right here. We can literally end it right here. You want to talk negativity? You want to talk negativity? We can end the conversation right here. It's ridiculous.
Be cheating. You tried to dip your toes in the female rap and got the fuck up out of there. Playboy Cardi, the biggest piece of trash in music. But him and Drake was cool up until last year, right? The poetic justice theory, 100% explained. He called it a scam. Hey man, I'm not an advocate for the poetic justice theory.
37.
But I tried to be as respectful as I possibly could, despite not agreeing. Drake's Iceman has industry gatekeepers terrified. Drake's net worth, isn't adding up. Kanye West bipolar disorder explained by bipolar YouTube. You try to step out the box once more out of a total of 2 years. J. Cole's fall off, full history. Okay, another step out. J. Cole's fall off is not what you think. The real reason why J. Cole dissed Jay-Z, we still don't know what the fuck is going on with J. Cole or Jay-Z, but you come trying to say that you know. Okay, J. Cole's birthday blizzard. You did a little bit of outside information when it came to the fall off era, right? Then you came and said the entire internet got J. Cole's Poor Thing diss wrong, and this is where you actually came and stole your content from people like myself who were covering this and others who were in on it, and decided to insert yourself into a situation. You referenced my video without saying who the fuck made it. You use clips from my video without saying who the fuck made it. But I guess I'm so toxic in the space, even the good work doesn't matter, right? You say, hey, man, this is Tank Tyler. We talked about Tank Tyler. I don't really give a fuck about it, though. We passed that shit. You go to 2-6. So the J. Cole era, you stepped out the box a little bit. J. Cole era passed, so did you. Why Drake and Ludacris had a 7-year beef. The rappers that apologized for their diss tracks. Drake's biggest diss on Iceman isn't a song, it's the stream, as of 8 days ago. We'll get back to that particular video too, since you want to talk about people wanting to line their pockets and needing money. Oh, excuse me, this is it right here. UMG decided I make $0 from episode 4 breakdown. Now, how the fuck UMG decide that you make $0? Because you got some copyright claims, nigga. You ain't had to use the music. You have the option right now in your fucking dashboard to trim the music out of your video, but you don't want to. You got 649,000 views on a video. You know how much money you could.
It don't even matter because you have 15,000 views off of that one video. 15,000, like that's quite a bit of bread from one video. I'm not gonna lie.
Have made, and you wouldn't be out here begging motherfuckers to donate and join your weak ass Patreon that you ain't gonna do shit but keep doing these types of videos in, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a part of the culture, right? But when you come out here and try to put yourself on House on Haunted Hill and say, oh, I'm above this, these guys are even worse. They're toxic. Excuse me? I don't make a fucking living off of beef. I don't have 90% of my content circled around rap beef when shit gets violent and trying to craft stories. I didn't do that. I never put out a video saying that I have proof of Kendrick Lamar abusing his woman in Las Vegas and refusing to back down.
You're lying. You're lying. Yo. You're lying. You're actually lying. I have proof that Kendrick Lamar put hands on Whitney. Really? Hey, that's crazy, bruh. Bro, look how long ago we debunked that, bro. It's been 2 years since we debunked that shit.
Despite contrary information being put in your motherfucking face every day. What you did was try to go and find the so-called witness and email her, and she got the fuck on because your ass is weird.
I don't remember that video. Why would I?
I ain't never stole from no motherfucking elderly people, my nigga. You could look in my background as much as you want. It's a lot of shit I done did. I ain't never did that one. And I ain't never been held accountable in public about no shit like that and said, oh, that was a lick. I'm that white guy. I ain't never had to say no shit like that. You can't tell me about no culture, boy. What culture is you from? What is your cultural background?
See?
But because you done got your way in with Drake, you think you could be the arbiter of some shit that's going to be here after you, been here before you, and never intended to include you in the first motherfucking place. Are you serious? This the game you want to play. But let's take it a step even further. I'm on your YouTube channel, been here for a minute. Your banner says, "What's the dirt?" Established 2022. So you've been in this space,
Tiff, I promise you, I'm
4
not gonna
years,
remember that.
maybe 3.5. I don't know. But I wasn't established in 2022. Damn sure didn't make my entry into all things hip hop in 2022, my boy. I have a whole history prior to YouTube.
Okay.
And I could tell you about my contributions to the culture online, offline, in person, from before then to now. So let's do it.
I mean, I have my own contributions to the culture as well when you sit and think about it. I did mention when I was the events coordinator at my college, basically I'm the individual that be setting up events for students. Not so much for faculty. If faculty want to join in, feel free. But I was the one curating students. I was the one that made Frosh events. I came up with ideas for every single major event at my college. Right? Black History Month. I went above and beyond, I'll tell you that. I went above and beyond for Black History Month. Because I knew that was my time to shine. With panels, with events, engagements, everything. The whole shebang. You know? I made sure to go off. So I do have my own contributions. Even like something as simple as having barbers come to our school and then we pay them a set amount and all they do is give out free fades. I bless people. What do you mean? Having barbers pull up and like what? They cut hair for about 30, 45 minutes. Yo, you see dudes with the roughest head tops coming out with a fade. I'm like, that cut look good on you, my nigga. The fuck, like, what? Bruh, like, come on, bruh.
Do it. Okay? We ain't gonna do the full version. I'm gonna give you the abridged version today. But Do or Die by AZ got a whole fucking documentary. Guess who music is in that motherfucker? Narrated by Rakim, no less. You know what I'm saying? Jay Nolan do.
Trying to find
I
my
wasn't established
book.
in 2022, sir. I've been around. I've been contributing to the culture. I've been contributing to all things going
Man
on
said
in
he
this
give out free
motherfucking
fades,
culture, as a
too.
matter of fact. 2015, Jay Nolan on stage performing in Tennessee at a motherfucking college for a room full of developing young black children looking for direction. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homies in this picture. Y'all know who y'all are. I'm not going to put y'all names out there, but I still fuck with y'all to this day. 2018. Look at all these faces you see in this motherfucker, okay? Nothing but the culture, okay? Fresh and Local Fest 2018. This was completely organized by Jay Nolan, all right? Shout out to my Fresh and Local folks, but back when we was doing Fresh and Local, y'all know Jay Nolan was the one doing all the organization. You know what I'm saying? Not a shot, just the truth. But everybody in this photo, they know Jay Nolan.
I found it.
They done came
I
to Jay
found my
Nolan.
book.
Jay Nolan has saw.
Ladies and gentlemen, I found my book. This is the book that I used to come up with all my event ideas, bruh. Just everywhere I went, I had this book on me. And when I say I was plotting, your boy was plotting crazy, bruh. Your boy was plotting crazy, man. Real talk. Oh my God, bro. It's not even a joke. Even something as far as like floor plans. I was plotting crazy as an events coordinator, bro. I promise you. You're not gonna play with me with this shit, bro. I have my own contributions too. You know? A lot of goddamn contributions. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find my plans that I had for Black History Month. I'm really, really trying to find it, man. No cap. Because this was substantial. This was super, super substantial. Give me a sec. Give me a sec, bro. Black History Month. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I just remember something. I just remember this. So check this out. This how you know this shit real. Check out my plans for putting together merch. Okay, that was the merch plans right there. Here go the merch. Stop playing with me. There go the merch right there. This us. This my school. What's it at the bottom? Black Excellence. This was our shirts that we were giving out or selling for Black History Month for my school. There go my plans right there. Now here go the plan. And look at the plan. Come on, bruh. And on the back. Do it for the culture. Bro, come on, bruh. What are we talking about?
Of problems for a lot of people in this photo.
I got my own goddamn
Done
contributions,
business with
bruh.
people in this photo. Created outlets and information education for people in this very photo. To this day, still connected with 90% of these people. Some of these folks you might even recognize. Shout out to DJ Red Handed. Shout out to Ari the Gym. Stolen Drums is somewhere.
What's good,
in here
Shanice?
if
How you
went to the
feeling?
beat production community. A lot of these people turned out to be some very important folks. You wouldn't even know.
This me.
But they know what the fuck it was. Shout out to Key Turner, who was on Muddy Waters too.
What?
Redman's last album. She in this photo. Personal friend. Shout out to London Elixir. We make a lot of music for television and film. Educate a lot of people in that space as well. 2019, Songwriter Social Club, an event I put together myself, partnered with General Assembly and Fiverr.com on my own reach out and outreach, bringing people to come educate songwriters, producers, and artists about the music business. You can't talk about contributing to the culture with me, homeboy, ever in life. Another edition of the Songwriter Social Club. If you're an artist, songwriter, or producer who's in the YouTube community, I'm sure you've seen this man's face before. Music Money Makeover Show. Yeah.
Nah, Tiff, I feel like I should. Everybody talking crazy about Canada, bro. I'm telling you, I feel like I need to. There's too many people talking crazy about Canada because of this one dude, bro. Oh my goodness.
Casey Graham, that's the homie. Got him to come talk to the people about getting their bread and getting their contracts and all that shit in order so that they can actually make an equitable living off of their music. You cannot talk to me about contributing to no motherfucking culture. Jay Nolan, Loaded Lux. That's from my Hot 97 shit that I did. I played y'all the video before. I don't need to play it again. But again, I was handpicked by Loaded Lux to be in New York, got flown out, room and board covered because of my contributions to the culture as a lyricist outside of covering shit on YouTube and just shooting this shit and talking about what other men got to say, I could actually get behind the mic and say what the fuck I gotta say lyrically and put my own contributions out there. Oh shit, there go Jay Nolan again. Contributed to the Culture Weekend ATL. Rail Carter Culture Weekend, by the way. Look up Rail Carter.
I ain't done enough.
You know what I'm saying? Just in case people don't know who that is.
That's Drake's fault.
I was booked as an artist and entrepreneur to come perform.
So I found my plans for Black History Month when I was the events coordinator at my college. Your boy was not playing, bro. Let me just say that your boy was not playing. I had the whole, bro. Like the things. This shit about to piss me off. This shit about to piss me off. Man. I was literally ready to plan for the whole month. I was ready to plan for the whole month, bro. What? That's crazy. Because the reason why I wanted to plan for the whole month was because the year prior, they forgot about it completely. They forgot about it completely. So I took it upon myself and I said, "Oh, we not forgetting."
And educate people about the shit that I've been into for the last decade and a half.
Nah, I feel like I
YouTube.
should, man. Real shit.
Damn, there go Jay Nolan again, contributing to the culture. This is at NAMM out in Anaheim, motherfucking California, across the map from where I live. Room full of people who came to learn from me, Daraj,
Showcase,
and a
big
Clint,
brand event,
couple other homies about how to get their music in TV and film. Motherfuckers was in there taking notes. Line was wrapped around the goddamn door. You know what I'm saying? To come learn from us. 5 black men, 6 black men doing their motherfucking thing, contributing to this shit. Not on no YouTube shit. Not on no hip-hop beef shit. Not on no back and forth. Real life. But since you want to talk about content, when the last time you talked about an album, not The Fall Off or motherfucking Iceman?
All right, let's go Charles, bro. Let's go Charles. Let's go to Charles. So we see his credentials. Let's go over to Charles now, bro. This was 6 hours ago.
What's the dirt? It's Badu's.
All I'm trying to say is I'm giving you a gift of body incense, and I want everyone to enjoy it. And I really say is I'm giving you a gift of body incense, and I want everyone to enjoy it. And I enjoy making them, and I enjoy sharing them.
And you said, but you didn't make it.
Make what?
Make it like.
I made the incense, but I didn't make the legend. The legend made itself.
So the big question was, without being crude, how is it made? How did the smell come about?
How did the smell come about? Well, most guys say that my vagina smells like strawberries and gunpowder.
The thing that gets me about like these sorts of channels, like these Drake hate channels, is like a lot of these guys have really tried to position themselves as being the voice of the culture, like being the real. We are the ones who are representing the culture in the right way. We are the gatekeepers. We are the authentic version of the culture. But when you look at their channels, they're not doing anything positive for the culture. They're literally some of the most toxic people in the space. Like this channel, for example, constantly calls out Akademiks when he's basically doing the same thing himself. There's a bunch of these channels that live for negative articles or news about Drake. Here's another one, another cultural crusader, right? Drake is selling OVO because he's broke. Drake hates women. Drake doesn't want respect. He wants to be desired. Do you guys feel like this is benefiting hip-hop culture? Do you think this is making a change? Do you think this is positive? Do you think this is moving the genre forward? Do you think this is helping? Then there's people like Glasses Malone, who's covering a lawsuit against Drake's OVO clothing company. Absolutely nothing to do with hip-hop music or pushing the culture forward. In fact, You'd think a lot of these guys, if they did care that much about the culture, that they would kind of look in the mirror and say, damn, maybe we're doing more harm than good. Maybe waking up every day and spreading hate against one man isn't actually doing anything for hip-hop. Maybe, just maybe, we're part of the problem. And look, I'm just speaking facts. In many ways, these types of channels are even worse for hip-hop because they only focus on hating one man. Zero passion or care goes into this content. Like, in reality, the biggest haters and the most toxic YouTube channels on the entire internet are pro-Kendrick channels. They're some of the most toxic people in the space. They're some of the worst people in the space, and that's just a fact. And this is how I know a lot of these people don't really care about the culture like that, because if they did, they would recognize what they're doing isn't doing anything beneficial. In fact, they're making it worse. Day by day, video by video, they're contributing to the negativity. They're contributing to the hate. They're quite literally some of the most negative voices and toxic people in the space, bar none. What I'm saying is common sense, right? Like, if you really care about the culture as much as you say you do, then you wouldn't be running a drama channel. You wouldn't be contributing to the toxicity in hip-hop. You wouldn't be spreading hate. You wouldn't be spreading negativity. That is 99% of these guys' channels. So no. None of these people are for the culture. I've said it for a long time. These people are for their bank accounts. They use the word culture.
None of these people are for the culture, but you are?
Because it's a great way to pull people in. But at the end of the day, none of these guys are for the culture, bro.
Lights up, mics up. Let's get them lights up.
Why is he so quiet? Yo, y'all want me to watch this video and freaking Charles Brown, like, bro, his mic is barely turned up. How am I supposed to hear this?
Subscribe. Erykah Badu has a perfume and an incense.
Because let me tell you something. The volume is all the way up. The volume on my laptop, all the way up. How the hell am I supposed to hear this?
Fragrance line called Badu's. And that's what I think about What's the Dirt. Erykah Badu's body part. What we're going to do right now.
Can y'all hear it okay? Like, or is it me that's tripping?
Now is we're going to disavow this guy. We're done here. What's the Dirt has no business speaking on our culture. He's done it one too many times. Homeboy, you are a documentarian. You document the culture.
I can barely hear a damn thing, bro.
You are not part of this. You are a Canadian guy, a Caucasian that...
I ain't gonna lie to you. Guys, I can't hear shit. I can't hear damn. There's nothing I can do. Everything is max volume, even on OBS.
Has nothing to do with what we got going on. You started to watch it, like our music, felt like you had a voice in here because you went...
Put subtitles on? Is that serious?
On YouTube and made a channel. Homeboy, you're not this. You're not us. This has nothing to do with you. It doesn't give you a voice because you've amassed a bunch of followers by being a Drake dick rider, my guy. So what we're not going to do is listen to you.
Y'all trying to read this like it's an anime?
Here, right? You guys have a propaganda machine right now, all trying to make Drake the #1 Don Dada, this, that, and the third. It ain't going to happen, gang. Okay? The culture has decided this guy's not happening. It ain't working out. Okay? All them streams.
Gang, it's GG's, bro. I'm not about to sit here and read the reaction. Okay. I'm trying to sit here and watch the reaction. I'm not trying to read it. The hell? You crazy? What time is it, by the way? What time is it? What time is 7:02? So I don't got a huge amount of time. I do not have a huge amount of time, but it is a healthy amount of time. We can't watch this. I'm gonna be honest with you. We can't watch this. We can't watch that. That's not watchable. Oh, looks like HHSB Crew is gonna be starting his live artist submissions. That's fire. That's fire. Maybe I can catch that. Shout out Black Alpha. It looks like Black Alpha has turned from a compilation channel to a breaking news channel. Hey, it's not bad, bro. Keep it up, gang. I know I gotta go to the bank. Promote reading, Flex. Yo, Yo, Josh, go to bed, dog. Like, what the fuck? Man, we supposed to be we all grown here. We supposed to be reading every day. If you're not reading something, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Oh shoot. My Rock Nation employee discount works. Charlemagne responds to academics and trolls him for Rock Nation Jay-Z payola accusations. So Charlemagne is trolling now. I mean, we can check that one out. That wasn't really my... Damn, Jafar Jackson dropped the track 11 days ago? That's crazy. That is crazy. So what's the move, man? Did Koala put up a video about NBA and pool? Well, we're about to find out right now. I'm on subscriptions. He's got one about Pooh Shiesty. Is that not his live? Toronto celebrates its 45th annual Pride Festival weekend. Hey, bro. Y'all gonna have fun and enjoy yourselves. And shout out to Mookie Moods. He was live earlier. That's the guy right there. Oh yeah, I gotta react to that Pennywise video. It's an hour, bro. I'm not reacting to no hour live, bro. Come on. We have to wait till he puts up the actual video. Gorilla throwing shots at Meg. Okay, if y'all want to beef, go ahead. Like, oh shit, Osei was on the radar. Why she got it? She don't need a blonde pixie cut. That should have been black. But then again, I feel like the pixie cut. I can't say nothing. Let's move on. Shout out to Osei. That's Canada right there. That's Toronto right there. She's on the radar. That's fire. I don't know if everybody likes Afro beats in here, so I probably gonna move on. Even though I love Afro beats. I love Afro beats. Drake to host apology party for all people named Janice. What?
Toronto tonight. First pitch due at 7:07 p.m. at Rogers Center.
Still to come, Drake is throwing an apology party for anyone named Janice this weekend. We'll have those details when we come back.
Drake released his latest album, Iceman, last month, which featured a hit single that had some unkind words for anyone named Janice.
Now, the rapper is set to host an apology party for all the Janices of the world this weekend. Sam East, host with 99.9 Virgin Radio, joins us live for our regular segment, Chronically Online. Sam, this sounds interesting. Is this for real?
This is for real. It's so real, Nathan and Michelle, that people are joking or maybe even serious that they may legally change their name to Janice. Now, the song in question is Janice, followed by some expletives that I will not repeat here. We do play the clean version on Virgin Radio. some maybe unkind, unsavory things said about Janices of the world. And so as an apology, perhaps a love letter to Janices, you're invited to come out to the Cactus Club this Sunday in Toronto. Now, you will need a government ID to prove that your legal name is indeed Janice. So Nathan, I don't know if you're thinking about switching up, but you got to act fast for Sunday.
I do know a Janice. Maybe I'll tell her to go.
Yeah.
You should. This is like a party of a lifetime here.
Just have her go so she can send us pictures and tell us how it goes. Yeah.
We need an insider.
It makes you, but you got to give it to Drake for trying to make good on this, because you don't want the name Janice to go the way that, you know, the name Karen has gone.
Yes, that I think is the thought. And man, we got to give kudos to Drake's marketing team, because between the Iceman stunts and now this, they're working overtime.
Okay, well, Drake likes the Raptors, and there's rumors swirling around the Raps and a potential reunion with none other than Kawhi Leonard. We great debt of gratitude to him for that championship and the rest of the team. What are you hearing about Kawhi potentially returning?
Well, there's lots of rumblings right now, lots of people chattering on social media, of course, that he is considering maybe being traded to the Raptors. Now, this is a big maybe. It seems like the Clippers really want to keep him, and a lot of people are kind of weighing in and saying, oh, he's just using this as leverage so he can get the best possible deal. And that all may be true. However, he has said the only two other teams he would consider switching for would be the San Antonio Spurs and the Toronto Raptors. And I think as delusional Toronto sports fans, we are all gunning for this. Kawhi, we will bring back Kawhi and Dine again. We will do what it takes to relive the magic of the 2019 series.
It's almost a trigger to go through that again. If this does happen, it better finish on the right note, and he ends up here, right?
I know, it's a big tease for us, isn't it, Nathan?
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's worth it, I think. He's a great player.
Absolutely. If it turns out that way, of course, social media will erupt over this. But in the meantime, it's a lot of hearsay. It's a lot of speculation. We wait with bated breath.
All right. Thanks so much, Sam. Remember, you can hear Sam East weekdays from 2 to 5 on 99.9 Virgin Radio. Take care.
Take care.
Well, Toy Story 5 is expected to hold on to the top spot at the weekend box office.
Bonnie needs help from someone at least from the same century.
What the did I just listen to? What did I just listen to? What did I just listen to? I swear to God. Yo, we are not a real place, man. We are not a real place, man. Look at our news, man. Like, it didn't even sound real. Like, it sounds scripted. The shit sounds scripted, but at the same time, it was like soulless. There is no soul in that. That had no spirit. Oh yeah, it sounds like a great idea, bro. Like wow, like oh my god, bruh. Are you kidding me? That's our news? I haven't watched the news in a long time, but if that's what it is today, Lord save us, please. What was that? What was that, Josh? Time I play some Gallon. All right, bruh. What was that? I wish I can get that time back. Wow. Wow. Well, there's your 1 hour video. I'm not watching that. And that's the podcast awards, guys. Got a little podcast award. You know? Toronto in 1976, a look at the opening of the CN Tower. Oh my God, Toronto looked different. Nah, let's check this out, bro. I want to check this out. Kawhi and dying is wild. Yeah, that was really a thing. I ain't gonna hold you. They really did that. They thought that was good marketing. I see why Kawhi left. 1976. If you were to look at this video, you thought this was someplace on planet Earth. Nobody would have guessed this is Toronto today, bro. On God. Yo, Fame, real quick, you gonna be talking about What's the Dirt, bro? I feel like you might. I feel like you might be talking about What's the Dirt. The fact that I know exactly where this is crazy. Holy crap. I knew it. I had a feeling. Bruh, Fame. As soon as I saw Big Zo was brought up by What's the Dirt, I'm like, yeah, Fame's on the case. Yup. Fame on the case. You gonna get to it. What is this? Tiff, this is Toronto in 1976. A look at the opening of the CN Tower. Bruh. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Hold on, let me put up a little bit. People at the top of the CN Tower. I remember like my school trip. I think it was either like grade 7 or grade 8. We took a trip to the CN Tower and then like explore Toronto a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the illest school trips ever. That's so crazy, bro. Like, just looking at the fashion choices, just looking down at the God. Like, I swear, this don't look like Toronto, bro. Like, none of this looks like Toronto at all. it's like a fraction of the buildings. I don't see no blacks. There's barely any. What's good, Mika? We're the black people. I was wondering who was gonna say that, bruh. We're the black people. That's a good question. We got two black ladies right there. I barely see them though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit sound like some Thomas the Tank Engine type shit, bro. This sound like an episode of Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh God, man. Zellers opens in Toronto. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Yeah, there ain't not much news left. What time is it? 7:19. I mean, I still got some good amount of time. Charlemagne responds to DJ Akademiks and trolls and Friyay. I mean, I guess I can do a reaction to this just to make my life easier. I don't cancel nobody. Honestly, I don't even think I have the power to cancel anybody's membership if I'm going to be real with you. Maybe the membership ended because I know the membership is monthly. I don't know. But trust and believe me, girl, I ain't do nothing. I promise you that. Okay, I promise you that. I ain't do nothing. Guarantee. All right, let's check out this video, bro.
YouTube. Chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks. I find him. You know what? I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Hey man, this is absolutely insane, you guys. DJ Akademiks has been losing his mind over Rock Nation and Jay-Z the last couple of weeks. Not gonna lie to you guys, it got to a point where I actually thought Akademiks' main Twitter page was hacked by the little weasel that runs Akademiks TV. It's either that or Akademiks.
I'm sorry, it's the paper on the ground. All right, W Mika, I appreciate you. Thank you. Like I said, it's the paper on the ground because y'all remember when we first talked about this, him getting served. Whoever was serving the papers just threw the shit at him, bro. That is the funniest picture ever, bro.
Himself thought he was still tweeting from the Akademiks TV page. Ever since Jay-Z dissed Drake at the Roots picnic during his freestyle, DJ Akademiks and Drake fans have been on full-on attack mode against Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Just like anybody else that goes against Drake or disses him in a record or freestyle, the smear campaign against Jay-Z and Rock Nation has officially intensified. Now, obviously, the Jay-Z hates did not start with this freestyle. However, it was the final tipping point for Drake and his fans. Now, the crazy part about this whole thing is that Drake himself is not even going this crazy at Jay-Z. As a matter of fact, the only reaction we've gotten from Drake is when Maul told us that he was clowning Jay-Z's hair.
My phone, nothing. So I think it was halftime or something. So I look at my phone and I see text from Drake, and I'm just reading it, and I'm like, okay, so he did, which we all said was probably going to happen. Won't get into what our conversation was from there.
He said, nigga, get your uncle.
No, he didn't say that.
Bruh. The hair, bruh. I seen so many people when Jay-Z put his braids in, because literally, I took one look at Jay-Z's afro when he was on the Roots picnic stage, and I'm like, he about to put them stitches in his head. Okay, he about to put them stitches in his head, and I'm looking at all the people on Twitter. I'm like, oh, look at Jay-Z taking Drake's signature braid style. If y'all don't leave the internet, leave the internet. What do you mean signature braid style? Are you serious? Anybody can have stitches in their head. All you need is a fro. Like, well, that technically nowadays your hair could be straight and you still get stitches. But my point is, anybody can have stitches in your head. You out here trying to tell people, oh, that's Drake's signature style. You can't take that. That's like when Travis Kelce got a fade and the reporter's like, oh, that's such a very interesting hairstyle. Like, is that like your signature hairstyle? And Travis Kelce's like, y'all don't look at black people? Like, what the fuck?
But that's so great. He's talking to Drake during this. I'm next to Biggs on the riser. I chose the side. Oh
no, but
I'm with Biggs.
But the whole thing
Biggs is on the riser with us.
I don't know what's happening. So everything that we talking about, I don't even know what was said. So he was picking out certain things that he said, but the one thing that Drake said was like, yo, but what's up with the hair?
Ever since then, Drake himself has not made a diss record towards Jay-Z. He has not done an interview dissing Jay-Z. And he has not been on social media dissing Jay-Z. However, because his fans feel like this Jay-Z freestyle and also anything else Jay-Z got going on this summer is going to take away attention from Drake and his Iceman album, these guys are trying to get Jay-Z and anybody else that supports Jay-Z up out of here. On June 20th, DJ Akademiks tweeted saying, just a reminder, we know how your OGs, the jig is up. No lawsuits gonna scare fans or stop people from reporting the truth or keeping it 100 about y'all. Jay-Z and his homies got lawsuits mentioned in fan pages. Nasty work. They trying to sue Barb's, Tory Lanez, and Drake fans. And they're worried why Jay-Z...
Like I said in my last video, or like the video prior or whatever, you're talking too much, bro. Right now, the water is up to your waistline. I think you should tread carefully. Okay, you also got to remember, Jay-Z is a billionaire. Okay, he's a billionaire. And you still want to mess with him. Why? Why do you think that's wise? Why do you think that's a good idea? Stop wasting your time and just sit down and shut up. But you're not able to do that. That's why you just talking. You just talk so much. Will you just shut the up? Like, damn, bro. Like,
his approval rating is at an all-time low. It's starting to make sense. Only one group of people doing this nonsense. Same play they tried to do on Akademiks TV. They trying to scare off independent journalists and fans who ain't down with their clown show. Hey, come on, brother. Call it Akademiks TV and independent journalists is absolutely...
That's insane. I ain't gonna hold you, but it's this right here, bro. This right here is what bothers me. Trying to sue Bob's, Tory Lanez, and Drake fans, LOL, and then they worried about Jay-Z approval rating at an all-time low. Bro, you're going to have to let this Tory Lanez go, bro. Because he's still there. He's still in prison. Okay, maybe you should have took the stand. That would have been a good idea, bro. Okay? But you didn't take the stand. Like, I don't know why you thought it was a good idea. If you really thought you were innocent, you didn't want to take the stand. Why? Is my question. Okay, if you're in court and you got pride in court, I don't want to snitch on no females. Just look around at the four walls that you're in, bro. If you really thought you were innocent, maybe you should. I'm just saying, bro.
Absolutely crazy. You cannot try to sneak George Wynn in there, bro, and think nobody's going to notice. Come on, brother.
I basically said, listen, whatever y'all got to do, y'all got to do. Y'all can take the gloves off. I'm not going to stop y'all from posting anything about Charlamagne. Normally, there's no Charlamagne slander allowed on my page. My friends don't get slandered on my page, period. And sometimes, I've talked to them at length when I'm like, yo, you know, that's my homie. Like, they've posted something about Cardi B one time. I'm like, yo, that's my gang. Stop playing. Okay? And for them, it was just a good post. Like it wasn't even nothing malicious. It was just like, I was like, no, that's Cardi. And I'm a little biased with Cardi. I got to keep it being. In all of the agendas for Akademiks TV or otherwise, none of it says just hate Charlemagne. Akademiks TV loves Iceman. Akademiks.
Remember, Tiff, act friends with AI. Never forget that. Because, what's his name? Grand Wizard is supposed to be AI. He not real. Now, that's Akademiks' best friend.
TV basically is counteracting a lot of Rock Nation propaganda. Akademiks TV is looking for the truth in all these situations when it comes to hip-hop media.
Then 4 days later, after Billboard themselves picked Jay-Z's Roots Picnic Freestyle as the 50 best songs of 2026 so far, Akademiks absolutely went berserk. Now, to me personally, I don't think Jay's freestyle deserves to be number 8. If you ask me, a freestyle that's not on DSPs probably should be somewhere in the 40s, maybe late 30s if you got...
I can explain that, and that's actually a very easy explanation. So already right off the bat, the Roots freestyle, the Roots Picnic freestyle being number 7, I think they're basing every song that they choose in 2026 so far just based on impact, like what it did. Right? I think that's the main parameter for their list at Billboard. Now, of course, like usually when it comes to lists, it's there to create conversation, so it could be that too. But I feel like impact is the reason why it's number 7 on their list for 50 best songs of 2026 so far.
Gotta give it to him. However, this is Billboard. Every single publication, every single media outlet has their own top songs list. And if we're being honest, a lot of those publications only make lists to go viral. Complex does bullshit lists every single year. Billboard does the same thing as well, along with so many other publications. So instead of calling out Billboard for this bullshit list they put together, Akademiks decides once again this is all Jay-Z and Rock Nation's fault. He goes on to say, and Jay-Z has open investigation into smear campaigns from fan pages, and Billboard gives that weak-ass freestyle best hip-hop song of the year? Yeah, Rock Nation might have to crumble. All they doing is trying to lie to us. We have eyes and ears and a brain. Jay-Z propaganda won't work. Rock Nation finna pull a political alignment this year. They got all their puppets working hard. They call any criticism smear campaigns. Do not...
Akademiks, who are the puppets of Rock Nation? Because you got to remember, you're a puppet too. A paid puppet. You know, you get paid handsomely. That's the kind of puppet you is. But who are the Rock Nation puppets? Because we clearly don't know their names. But we know that you a puppet. It's like that one quote. Well, it's not really a quote, but it's like a part of a scene in Hellboy with the professor dude before he got jumped. He's like, I see the puppet, but where's the puppeteer? Damn, where they at? Like,
be fooled. These people are evil. Now he continues, and this is where he starts calling out media personalities. He said there's like 3 niggas in hip-hop media who can't hide the facts they're getting paid to spread narratives from Rock Nation. They ain't worth mentioning because not one of the paid narratives have been believed or worked. We just laughed at them niggas for trying. So y'all paid Rock Nation shows? The point of y'all getting paid is for your narratives to actually be believed. Y'all spreading narratives that we all looking at like nigga please. Get better quickly or Jay-Z gon' fire y'all. Y'all know how he get down. He likes results. Then he goes on to trash the freestyle again. He says, bro, what the fuck? That shit was ass. Rock Nation trying to sue their way and buy out authentic hip-hop conversations. It's gonna be an interesting year because we literally...
Rock Nation trying to sue their way and buy out of hip-hop conversations is gonna be an interesting... You buying out authentic hip hop conversations. Yo, what is it with putting the blame, the victim blaming? What's the deal with that? That's you. What the what?
Really know how your OG's been rocking. The jig is really up. Then he goes on to call out Charlemagne. He said it hurt my heart watching my hip-hop media idol Charlemagne spit Rock Nation talking points. I'm speechless. I was proud of Joe Budden though. At least he's not on script, even though he definitely love him some Hove. The rest of y'all shows, I don't care. Your voice isn't loud enough. Your Grand Wizard, get off Akademiks' main Twitter page, brother. We know this is you tweeting. Now, one of the most confusing parts about this whole Akademiks Jay-Z Rock Nation rant for me is I don't know if Ak actually believes this or if he's really just trolling. After Akademiks TV got exposed for pretty much being a Drake propaganda page and also a page that gets paid to spread false narratives about Drake's ops, I think this is Akademiks' way of basically saying, hey guys, we all got caught. Come on out. You guys know when you play hide and seek and somebody gets caught and now that person wants to blow up the whole operation and snitch on everybody? Hey, you by the car. Hey, you hiding behind the bush. Come on out, buddy. You under the car? Come on out. You behind that long-ass tree? Come on out. We got caught. If I'm getting paid by Drake and OVO,
Hey, anybody that did that in hide and seek would get jumped. You just ruined the game. You get jumped. Okay, don't mess up this game. It took me a long time to find this hiding spot. I'm playing to win. Here come you. Oh, dog, he right there in the corner. What are you doing? Like, what the fuck?
No, you guys absolutely have to be getting paid by Jay-Z and Rock Nation. That absolutely has to be the only explanation for Akademiks feeling like everybody that does not trash Jay-Z, everybody that speaks highly of Jay-Z is pretty much getting paid by him. Somebody please tell me what is a Rock Nation talking point. Charlemagne has never been shy about his love for Jay-Z. Same with Joe Budden, same with Wayno and Ebro. These guys are not out here trying to convince fans that Jay-Z is number one. So it's kind of crazy for Akademiks to expect these guys to go against Jay-Z or to trash him in public when he's not going to do it to Drake. Nobody expects Akademiks to turn on Drake, so I'm not sure why he expects any media outlets, especially New York media, to turn on Jay-Z. Now, last night while he was at the Rock Nation Jay-Z pop-up shop, Charlemagne took a little bit of time to troll Akademiks. Here's what he did.
Taylor, where we at right now?
In the Jay-Z's pop-up shop.
Okay. Out of door merchant here, right?
Yep.
See if my employee discount works. See if my Rock Nation employee discount works.
Listen, man, it's one thing if you don't like a certain artist, if you don't fuck with Jay-Z, you can easily choose not to listen to him. But constantly going out of your way to try to tarnish his legacy, all on behalf of your favorite artist, is absolutely insane to me. Jay-Z is not perfect by any means. The guy absolutely has flaws, just like everybody else. And yes, he's definitely had missteps. The NFL thing was a misstep. This recent Target thing was an absolute misstep as well. However, when it comes to his music, his legacy, his reputation, you cannot rewrite history. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of Akademiks calling out Jay-Z, Rock Nation, Charlemagne, and also other media personalities that's pretty much supporting Jay-Z? And what do you guys make of Charlemagne's troll response back to Akademiks? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
Look, all I gotta say is Akademiks, you gotta focus on your own camp. Y'all, it's not okay. I understand moving as if it's business as usual, right? You don't want your fans to suspect that you soft, you know? But at the same time, the way that it's gonna destroy you, this is very destructive to your brand. Your career been in question. Like, it's getting to a point where you might have to stop. You might have to stop because it's not looking good. That's why I say you gotta lay low. It makes so much more sense for that. All right? You can even say the same thing for What's the Dirt. You got to stop doing what you're doing because you out here making Canada look crazy. Now, I low-key look crazy by association since I live here. I'm just basing it on all the people that don't know my channel yet. They will soon. They'll know about this channel soon. It's just taking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, They don't know. My point is I don't. It's the victim blaming, or like you trying to push the blame on somebody else, even though you're the one that's doing the exact thing that you're trying to push away from yourself. That's what I don't get. Why y'all keep doing that? Akademiks, what's the dirt? All of them. Why? What's the purpose? What's the goal? Who are you confusing? Because the only people falling for it are your own fan bases, and they're barely falling for it. Let's be honest. You have a bunch of like people that can't read on the internet trying to read your tweets. Thank God you're using basic words for them to understand, but Jesus, like it's just getting to a point where y'all just, it's easy to predict y'all, bruh. It's really easy. It's just disappointing that it's going the way that it actually going. It's crazy, bro. Like, bro, academics don't know when to stop talking. Just keep talking and talking. Just stop it. Stop it, bruh. You sound crazy. Then you got What's the Dirt over here. You're trying to call people out as if you're the one that run the culture. What are you doing? You don't run this. You're not even from it. I'm not even from it. Like, the hell? You crazy? I just don't understand these tactics because it doesn't help nobody. It don't even help yourself. What's the goal? I'd be so happy for the day people stop giving Act the attention he seeks, then he falls the hell. That's gonna be a long time because like everybody has to collectively let go of academics for that to happen. And reality, or in reality, is that it probably won't happen. Unless there's another platform, unless there's another channel out there that gets to the music news first, that's going to be his competition. But that's it. That's the only way. There has to be another person to step into that role. Or what we can do as a community is shine a light on the hip-hop journalists. So that next time when Complex come around trying to list off hip-hop journalism or hip-hop or music content creators, we got some of the right voices in there. That's the one thing that we can do collectively. But the key word is collectively. If we're not doing it collectively, it's never going to happen. That's where the culture really need to come together. That's the key. Coming together, unity makes anything possible. The same way how people vote in any kind of election, you can also vote with your pocket. You can vote with your screen time. You can vote with your watch time. You can vote all kinds of ways. But the trick is that you got to do it collectively and unify for it to work. If you are not doing that, it's never going to work. So I feel like a challenge for like the whole hip hop community is to collectively come together to make a unanimous decision. That's how you can create real change. Literally, trust me. It's the only way. He's on nose beers is wild. Why, when everyone knows he is paid to say what he is saying and has no issues lying to their faces, Act doesn't report news, he traffics in lies and gossip. Yeah. It's academics and other platforms that has created, or not created, but they've formed hip-hop music and hip-hop news into reality TV almost. You see what I'm saying? Now that we have the live streaming and everything, it's like everybody has their own reality TV show when you go on Kick or when you follow one of these rappers, right? Everybody love Love Island. Everybody love Love and Hip Hop. Everybody love this reality TV show, that reality TV show. Now you got all these random people, these rappers out here. You got friggin' Adrian Bronner with his own reality TV show. It's just getting ridiculous, bro. This is not what hip hop is. It can work like this. It can make things interesting, but that's not what it is. It's always music first, everything else after. Now it's everything else first and music after. That's not right. We got to flip it back. But we got to collectively flip it back. That's the trick. Once we understand that, anything's possible. I put that on God. I've been begging for years, let his ass go. It's tough. I'm telling you, once there's another person that can step into his role and give him that competition, that's where we go. That person is where we go. That's how you know he's almost out of here. When there's somebody new that can take over, that's when he can go. Trust me. Trust me on that. But that's what it is right now. What time is it? Gotta head to the bank. Ooh, running out of time. I don't think it can work like this. We need options, but that's the only option that I really see that can work. We definitely need options, but the one that I'm saying, it will work. You that person. Look at the time. I know. 7:45. I gotta go. All right. I gotta head to the bank before the bank closes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to the bank. Happy Friday to everybody. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for stopping by. I gotta bounce though. I gotta make sure. You know what? You know when you walk in at like 7:57 and the store about to close? I'm about to be that person, all right? So I got a boogie, okay? I got a boogie. But shout out to everybody that pulled up. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Don't let what's the dirt define y'all ever. All right. He Canadian like me. That's why I say I'm a guest. And people like what's the dirt is the reason why I continue to say I am a guest. All right. But with that being said, I gotta fly. I gotta fly. Your bank open that late? Well, yeah, but if I stay any longer, it won't. Okay, so I appreciate. So y'all already know the spiel, all right? Take care, be well, be safe, stay true, be you, live long and long live. Peace. Have a great day. Have a great night wherever you are in this world. Thank you so much for stopping by like always. Y'all already know I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to all the members. I appreciate you, Mika, for rejoining. Real talk. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the mods. Shout out to the Flex Mob, the Shadow Mob. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. We hit the milestone of 100 followers. We're at 104 followers. Shout out to everybody tapping in, bro. Real talk, man. But I gotta go. So y'all know what it is. Take care. Did I already say it? Take care. Be well. Be safe. Stay true. Be you. Live long and long live. Peace. Have a great night. Have a great day. Have a great night. Wherever you are in this world. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like always. Don't forget to take care of your family, your friends, yourself, and your people. And don't forget to be outstanding. All right. Peace, y'all. Later. Where is my shoes? Let me hold it. Oh, God. Yo, Josh thinks he's funny. I got something better than $1. Change. The fuck?